Hi guys, good morning. This is Rishi Arola, your VA coach as well as your digital marketer, and welcome back to my channel. So, today, hindi tayo magdi-discuss ng bagong outline or things na you can do using Google Ads or Facebook Ads. Supposedly, I want to discuss something like the shopping campaign na recently I was a part of. Pero today, hindi muna yun i-discuss natin. Ang i-discuss natin is paano magka-client bilang Google Ads freelancer. Okay. The reason is because we have a lot of DMs as well as questions na nakarating sa atin last week about some audience and some viewers na talagang isang buwan, minsan 6 or even 8 months nang nag-aaral ng Google Ads, and up until now, they still have yet to get clients. And yun yung i-discuss natin. Gusto kong gawin yung video na to so that you can understand and identify ways para makakuha talaga kayo ng client. And today, I will share to you 8 essential ways para magkaroon kayo ng kliyente. Okay. Pero sino nga ba ako para sabihin sa'yo na magkakaroon ka ng kliyente if you follow my steps? So, ako po ay baguhan lang din sa VA world. I started December of last year. But my Google Ads experience started way back October of last year din, syempre. So, during my learning phase, nag-enroll po ako sa isang course. Then 7 days after I started the course, I got a job for a Google Ads manager post sa New York, and this is where I kind of hone my experience. At yun po yung reason kung bakit ginagawa ko tong video. I wanted to share to you how easy it is to get the job and what are the things you have to do to make it really easy. Kasi lahat naman po pagpapaguran nyo. Okay? So, marami sa atin yung gusto magka-client. Ang dami nyo na sigurong pinanood na video. So, without further ado, I'll start with sharing my screen. So, in here, I have created a page or a presentation to you about how to launch your Google Ads freelancer career in just 8 essential steps. Okay? So, first, syempre, okay, para magkaroon ka ng kliyente, you have to make sure na you start building a winning portfolio. So, sa pag-create kasi ng portfolio, kailangan mo po dito talaga numbers, kailangan po talaga pag tumingin si client sa'yo in a span of like 1 minute after you open yung portfolio mo, kailangan po talaga they are secured and they are confident na okay, ito yung tamang tao na hinahanap natin. And paano yung mangyayari yun? If you build a winning portfolio, if you showcase measurable results, meaning yung highlight key metrics na ginawa mo, yung before and after snapshots of the campaign na you handled, and of course, on how you presented those data. Kasi at the end of the day, yung mga numbers na yun, kapag ni-screenshot mo, they don't really make sense sa isang kliyente na hindi naman alam kung paano nag-work ang Google Ads reporting. So for this, paano mo ba yon gagawin? So it's very easy. So in a campaign, may tinatawag tayong vanity metrics and may tinatawag tayong income generating um, metrics. So alam mo ba kung ano yung vanity metrics? So yung vanity metrics are metrics na kahit ilagay mo yan sa portfolio mo, will really not make or get the business owner to say na, okay, ikaw yung the best. Ano ba yung mga vanity metrics? So, parang mga ay ang taas ng CTR mo, ang taas ng engage and video views mo, yung clicks mo, yung impression o yung impression mo umabot ng 10,000, mga ganon. Pag nilagay mo po yan sa portfolio mo, hindi naman po talaga yan kukuha ng attention unless traffic po yung engagement or yung goal objective nyo. So, ano naman po yung tinatawag nating income metrics? Ito po yung mga tinatawag nating ROI, yung conversion rate, yung number of conversions, yung return on ad spend, yung customer lifetime value. So when we say income metrics, ito talaga yung pag tiningnan ni client, okay. So ito yung na-produce mong kita based dun sa spend na generate mo. So, it is important to showcase that. Hindi ko naman sinasabi na hindi mo kailangang ilagay yung CTR rate. If your CTR is, let's say, 10, 15%, 20%, ang taas-taas, why not? Include it. Pero at the end of the day, hindi po yun yung nagge-generate ng kita. Ang nagge-generate po is yung conversion. So, sa dami na nag-click sa'yo, let's say 15% yung click-through rate mo, tas yung conversion mo, zero, then there's a problem. Ba't sila nagki-click pero hindi sila nagko-convert? So, yun yung una mong gagawin. When you already have some experience, you have to build a measurable results on your portfolio. I-showcase mo yon. So, even though, for example, meron ka lang, let's say, 1 month experience, or let's say 2 weeks experience, pero sa 2 weeks na yon meron ng data talaga. Let's say the last week you generated, let's say, 5 conversion, pero this week you generated 20. There's like a 75% increase. Then you can do that. You can do a before and after snapshots. So this is the first week when you started. This is the second week of what happened after you were consistent with what you're doing. So this is the reason why dito po, meron tayo ditong before and after snapshots. Isa po yan sa pinaka-powerful kasi makikita po talaga ni client kahit na wala silang alam sa ads. Kasi ang kailangan lang naman is profit eh. Then nandito yon. Okay? Then third is make the professional showcasing of your result and presentation really hook-worthy. Pag sinabi natin hook-worthy, yung pag tiningnan niya, yung parang ang ganda, hindi mo kailangan ng animated na portfolio, yung parang nag-load siya, nag-click, etc. Pero make sure naman na yung visual is clear, ito siya, and may data storytelling. When we say data storytelling, yung parang ito siya ngayon, ito siya, etc. Let me open my portfolio and see if I can show it to you guys. So, ito yung portfolio ko and it's just loading. So, when it comes to the project lead, so for example, when I say data storytelling, so parang ganito siya. So, nakalagay dito, um, let's say ito, sa lead generation or itong travel agency. So, launch to Google Ads campaign on March 3, targeting high intent keywords. Yung result ko from March 1 to 31, which is nandito siya, I got 265 total phone calls, 250 from the first two campaigns, tapos 45 from the third campaign in just 10 days. Ito is short. So parang dito pa lang, pag tiningnan siya ni client mo, ni prospect client, they will see, okay, ito yung laman, ito yung ibig sabihin niya na ng ganito, etc. So you present it in a way na they will understand. Kasi at the end of the day, hindi lahat ng clients natin may idea sa Google Ads. So that's the first step. The second step for you to get client would be create a strong online presence. So, when we say strong online presence, ano ba yung sinasabi nila? So, very easy lang po yun. Kailangan po, kung may Facebook account ka ngayon na for your personal, huwag ka po magpo-post doon. Either create another Facebook account or a Facebook page, together with an Instagram account, then using it, dun ka po mag-post ng mga ginagawa mo. So, let's say for example, you create reels or talking heads, yung mga video about you, nasa camera ka, then i-explain mo sa kanila na parang, ito yung ginagawa ko. For example, kapag um, what do you think is the best CTR rate, mga ganon, or bakit kailangan naka-presence targeting ka at hindi ka naka-location and presence targeting. Yung mga 30-second videos, you can put that there. So the reason is because when you already have a portfolio kanina, then you also have a strong online presence for your LinkedIn, for your Instagram, for your Facebook, madali ka po nilang mahanap. And madali din sa'yo ang mag-share ng mga compelling case studies, case stories, and mga certifications mo. So using this, you are going to attract organic people na naghahanap talaga. So let me show you my Facebook page. So I have opened my Facebook page in here. So if you would notice in here, so I put Mark Jimena, then Google Ads Manager. So from the name itself, if someone is to type Google Ads Manager here, then automatically lalabas ako. Okay. At the same time, I also posted stuff like, for example, ganito. Results don't lie. After making key optimization, ganto-ganto, na-boost namin yung CTR niya, ganyan. And meron pa tayo ditong, so for example, ito, top 4 FAQs for AI overviews in AI mode. The reason why I put it here is because we have a lot of things that's running through AI. So meron na po kasi tayo pag nagpunta ka sa Google, normally if people search for a keyword, normally nasa search bar siya. Ngayon meron na po tinatawag na AI overviews. Katulad po ng ganito. When I search for real estate VA, normally po, nandito po siya dati sa search bar. Ito po yung nauna. Ngayon, meron na po tayong AI overview wherein kapag clinic mo po tong show more, lalabas na po yun dito yung may mga suggestions sa kanila. Hindi na po yung katulad dati na parang yung mga websites agad, etc. So this is the reason why nilagay ko po yon. Also, I posted stuff like this, kung saan ako nakuha ni client, etc. So, yun po yung maganda kapag meron ka pong strong online presence. It says in here, optimize your LinkedIn profile, your Facebook, as well as your Instagram. Ako po, every week, I get at least 2 to 3 direct message sa LinkedIn asking me to be part of their Google Ads company or their agency. Of course, alam ko naman po yung nag-send out ng mga yun is mostly recruiters. However, it's not a bad thing kasi that means they're able to search for you. So if other clients do the same na magsa-search, ikaw po yung lalabas. Then sa Facebook po, the one that I just signed few weeks back, sa Facebook lang din po siya nag-message. And no October, this Monday, I think that was October 6, meron pong Pinoy na real estate agent yung nag-message po sa Facebook ko on this Facebook account and asking me for ganito. Ito po siya. So for example, I'm gonna show you kasi hindi na lahat. So parang, yan. Do you cater real estate agents? So another thing po is, ito po, si Miss Cassie. Nagtatanong din po siya magpa-launch ng ads sa akin. Yung mga ganun po. So, if you have a strong profile na people can search for, you will really get clients. And alam ko hindi siya magiging daily. Hindi daily yung pag-search ng clients, pero that's already something na will help you while you're sending applications. So, you're technically attracting organic traffic regarding your services that you're offer. And you're also proving value when you're posting case studies that I did. So as long as you do this, you do it religiously, kahit let's say wala ka pang case studies, okay? Kasi let's say wala ka pang client, you can post stuff like this, yung negative keywords. What is the negative keywords po ba? Or do not use broad match when, yung mga ganon. So, mga ganong sariling video. And those are things that you can actually record naman as long as you have the necessary expertise when it comes to Google Ads. So, by this, people will like the post. People will, okay, alam niya yung ginagawa niya and this is the person that I need. So yun po yung kailangan mo ng strong online presence. Now, if you're not doing this yet at nagaantay ka lang na makuha ka kasi you're sending application, then you're technically not using all the resources na you can get na free naman. So try to do that starting now. Step 3 is join relevant communities. When we say relevant communities, ito yung mga groups na makakapag-build sa'yo ng authority. Let's say, for example, sa Google Ads Like a Boss, Google Ads Community, Google Ads Philippines, and let me show you my Facebook page. So, sa Facebook ko po dito, meron po ako dito mga ganyan. Itong Google Ads Philippines Group, Google Ads Expert in USA, Google Ads Community kasi po nakakakita po ako doon ng mga balita. For example, if other people post issues na na-receive nila bigla na hindi ko pa na-experience, I get to know first hand na, okay, pwede pala itong mangyari. So, it will not happen if you're handling a Google Ads account. Also, it builds an authority if you're able to answer and participate sa discussion. Let's say, meron sa ganito, eh nangyari na yun sa'yo, then ginawa mo and you fix that specific issue, then you provide your answer kasi it establishes yourself as a thought leader. My very first experience sa travel agency na pinakita ko sa portfolio, that was around March of this year. Nakita lang din nila ako sa Facebook community kasi nga po nagko-comment ako doon. Pero there's just one thing na you have to make sure na you don't do. Kapag may question doon, tas chinat GPT nyo and chat GPT gave you the answer, don't copy and paste the chat GPT kasi it's something that they can easily see na, okay, chat GPT to. And this person is just really participating for the sake of participating. Try to understand what chat GPT gives you, see, and ano ba, bakit ganitong ginawa niya, ganyan, ganyan, and provide your answer in your own way. Now, if you are not sure, wag mong sagutin. Bakit? Kasi if sinagot mo yan and they ask you for questions, succeeding questions, then hindi mo siya masasagot, then it will, syempre hindi ka magre-reply, isisin mo lang. Hindi po magandang experience yung sinisin mo lang yung mga messages nila. Because that means, paano pag hinire ka nila and you don't know what to do? Are you not gonna seen or are not gonna answer and just seen the messages? So make sure na naiintindihan mo talaga siya. And third is strategic networking. Connect with potential clients. Ako, lahat na nagtatanong sa Facebook groups na business owners, regardless if may na-hire na sila, as long as hindi siya anonymous member yung pagpo-post, ina-add ko sila. Then, nagme-message ako sa kanila. And I do that here sa messages ko. For example, meron ako ditong sinesenda ng messages. So, for example, yung mga VAs na 'to ina-add ko po talaga sila lahat. Tapos yung basta nagse-send po ako sa kanila ng mga messages and I'm asking them if ganito yung kailangan nila, etc. Tapos nakukuha ko naman sila. Now, just don't expect that they will be your client right away kasi again, what you're doing is networking. You're trying to really just connect with them kasi baka malay mo, meron silang client na i-refer sa'yo. Okay, and this is what I did. So for example, ito, si Sir Ken, hindi ko kasi kaya kasi I just have a job. So ang ginawa ko po is, ito po, nilagay ko dito, ayan, I have a partner na nag-handle ng ano. So ni-refer ko siya dun sa isa kong kakilala na gumagawa rin ng ads because we're connected. So, yung mga ganun guys, it's very important for you to connect and create a network. So, the fourth essential steps for you to be able to get a client is offer free audits to build trust. Madami yung mga kliyente ngayon na napaso na sila sa mga pangako ng old and previous client or Google Ads manager nila na hindi naman talaga marunong pero they already paid for the fee. So for you to showcase exactly what you do, you offer free audit, meaning check mo yung account nila, check mo yung mga possible issues, show value na pwede mong gawin sa kanila, ano yung mga conversion stuff na pwede mong gawin so that they can get more leads and more business. One thing lang na wag mong gagawin, guys, is provide them the free strategy. So when you're doing an audit, create an audit form. Doon mo talaga ilagay kung ano yung mga nangyayari sa account and bakit nangyayari yon. Then that's it. Provide it for free kasi it is something na will tell the clients or your prospective clients na, okay, grabe, nakita niya to. These are the things na hindi naman talaga nabanggit ng Google Ads Manager ko before. Kaya pala walang nangyayari. Pero don't provide the strategy. Ilang beses na po nangyari din sa akin yan. Kasi when I started, I give out free audits and the next tab sa Excel, meron dong, these are the things that I will do. Ending, hindi po nila ako kinuha. Tapos, nung chinek ko ulit yung accounts nila online, everything that I put in sa strategy, dun sa Google Ads Transparency ni Google, nakita ko nandun na. So, wag niyo lang ilagay yung strategy, pero provide free audits, okay? Wala namang kaso yan. And if you're doing audits din kasi, it's also let you practice more na, okay, to spot issues na pwede mong i-fix. Pangit din kasi yung mag-spot ka ng issues when you get hired na tapos hindi mo naman pala alam kung ano yung spot mo. So when you get to audit a lot of accounts, you'll see trends, you'll see kung ano talagang issue right away. So that's a step 4. Step 5 is use freelance platforms strategically. So this is connected dun sa ating online presence. So we have Upwork, we have Fiverr, we have online jobs. Madami. Meron nga tayong Remote PH, meron tayong nomads.com, etc. Ang dami na. So make sure na you optimize your profile. Ilagay mo dun mismo kung anong ginagawa mo, Mark Jimenez / Google Ads Manager. Then same thing, you highlight your portfolio, your result, your specific skills, and your certification. If you're doing this on your Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, you basically just have to do it as well on the platform so that when they see it, they would see, okay, may results siya, maganda yung pagkakapresent niya, etc. Then, tailored your proposal. So, pag nagpa-proposal ka, pag nagbibigay ka ng something, strategy proposal, what you will do, for example, don't put it in parang generic. Ginawa ko to, nag-work sa isang company ko din gagawin ko ulit. No. Make it and customize it for every clients na you have. Also, yung pricing structure mo, try to understand if your rate right now is, kasi during the trainings na I had, sinabi sa akin na you should rate yourself 1,500 kasi ang dami, yun talaga yung market ngayon, etc. Pwede naman yon. Pero you also have to understand, hindi lahat ng businesses is the same. May mga kakilala ko na hindi sila or hindi nila pinapansin yung mga offers pag sinabi ng client na that's too much, etc. Gawin mo yun kung madami ka ng clients and you really have a lot of results to showcase. Pero pag wala pa naman, dun ka muna kahit babaan mo yung price just for you to have more experience and just for you to really have more hands-on practice of what you're doing. So, ako, ang hourly rate ko before when I started, kahit wala man mo experience, I rated it as $15 per month. And that's too much for a entry-level Google Ads. So, I got my first client after the Google Grant account at around $6 per hour. However, sa $6 per hour na yon, I have to work 8 hours a day. Wala namang time tracker, pero it really helped me in really seeing, okay, ito pala yung ecosystem ni Google Ads. Ito pala yung nangyayari kapag nagkakaroon ng mga disapproved ads. Ito pala yung nangyayari kung may mga, na na-cancel yung account or na-suspend yung account, etc. It really gave me experience. And from $6, I raised it to 8, I raised it to 10, and right now I'm offering $12 per hour na. So, and I have yet to really do this ads or this gig for 1 year. So by 1 year, by December, most likely I'll be back at my entry offer of $15 per hour. It could be more. Huwag mong gagayahin yung iba. Huwag kang maiinggit na they're offering 25 $30 per hour. Those are senior media buyers already. So, pagtingin pa lang nila na ads, kita na agad. Unless ang galing mo. So, that really depends on you. Then, the quality over quantity. So, yung mga ganito, pakita mo sa kanila how you do your bidding strategy, how you update your pricing, how you handle scaling, etc. So, yun lang naman guys. Kasi platforms are a great starting point for gaining initial clients. Pero for you to really have a lot of clients who's coming in, you're gonna have to work on your referrals. Meaning, you just have to make sure that you do your best with your clients right now. So, step six. Step six is partner with agencies and other freelancers. So, I showed you earlier na I partner with my friend kasi hindi ko na kaya yung sa Google Ads sa Philippines. So, that's what I did. And they're doing the same. So, if they have another referral and they can't really take it anymore, they do the same to me. And pwede ka mag-apply sa mga agencies. Agencies normally lowball people. They're just gonna pay like 800 or $700 per month. Pero if you don't have that much experience, the agencies would really give you a lot of experience. When I started with an agency, akala ko, ang sabi sa akin, two accounts lang. Pero when I started, I actually had to handle a total of 150 accounts in a month. Though hindi naman siya kailangang i-check daily, pero just imagine the quantity, 150 accounts. Paano mo pagsasabay-sabayin yon and paano mo i-separate yon per day para ma-check mo silang lahat. Pero by doing so, it actually gave me the actual experience of, okay, yung mga ganitong niches pala, ito yung nangyayari. Okay, may mga issue to sa keyword, then nagagamit ko yung nakita ko sa isang account to the other account, into the third and the fourth and the fifth account. And from there, it actually really gave me a lot of, okay, ito yung nangyayari. Kasi isang account lang yung handle mo, you're just gonna be, makukulong ka dun sa isang perspective lang na account na yon. Pero pag madaming kang account, one thing that's happening on one account, you can actually see that on the other accounts. It's really helpful. So, makipag-partner ka sa agency, pero syempre, just don't take that too much of a low ball naman. Just tell them as well, I'm gonna do the job naman din. So, ganun, etc. Because it would help you with joint projects and long-term referrals. So, step 7 of our essential steps, create valuable content. I've touched this upon sa kanina sa Facebook, pero the reason why I started my YouTube channel is for me to showcase you the things that I do as well. At the same time, it helps me remember the stuff na ginagawa ko talaga. And whenever I watch my videos, it's also telling me, okay, so ito pa pala yung i-improve ko, mga ganon. And the recent client that I had 2, 3 weeks ago, pinanood niya yung mga videos ko. If you would notice, my video started Tagalog and right now, karamihan ng videos ko recently, I think the last 4 weeks are all in English. Ngayon lang ako ulit nag-Tagalog kasi this is something that's for Filipinos. Pero, nag-i-English na ako doon kasi I realized I have some clients who found me via YouTube and via Facebook and Instagram sa mga pinost ko about what is negative keywords, etc. So, if you're able to create valuable content, that actually means na hindi ka lang marunong sa ginagawa mo. You know exactly what you're doing. So, it helps with educational videos, how to do audit, walkthroughs. I'm not saying for you to launch your own YouTube channel. You can actually record yourself and just watch it yourself. Pwede naman yon. You can create a blog, you can create success stories, etc. Pero these things, ito yung mga hinahanap kasi ng mga clients natin. If you have success stories, that actually means that the client would see na, okay, magaling siya kasi hindi naman na mag-focus sa success stories kung wala siyang nangyayari. So yun lang naman, create valuable content because that will attract inbound leads who will just really trust you with your experience. So ganun po siya, gawin niyo siya. Step 8, and the last step is offer starter packages. So lower the entry barrier for new clients and build confidence na lang through the results. So, audit and setup, you can actually do the audit for free. Just don't provide a strategy. But the setup, if they don't have that much, sasabihin nila, ako na lang magme-maintain. I just want you to set it up and record a video na how you did it so I would know. Then go for it. Charge 100 or $200 for that. That's only one time. So, at least if the client says na okay, magaling naman siyang kausap, mabilis naman siyang kausap, then babalik at babalik din yan sa'yo. Then initial launch, mga ganon, then the full management. So, wag kang yung parang, kasi my fault before when I started is that I focus more on kailangan $1,500 per client ang mata-charge ko. I'm not gonna accept anything lower than that. Nga, walang nangyari. So start with offering starter packages. Because if the client sees that there's result, they're really gonna get back to you. Because as you gain experience and prove written results, progressively and confidently increasing your rates is going to happen. Hindi naman po yun mawawala sa inyo. So, yun yung 8 steps natin. So, technically, your next step para maging successful freelancer ka today is create ka ng strategy, focus ka sa ROI, and invest in assets. Okay? And one last tip, if you don't have experience, you can actually go to volunteermatch.org. Kasi this is the first client I had 7 days after starting um, with with learning Google Ads. So, find a job, punta ka dito sa volunteer, sorry. Tapos, sa volunteers nito, punta ka lang dito ng Google Ads and put it, let's say, United States. So, dito po siya. If you would notice, madami po dito yung nag-offer ng, naghahanap po sila, let's say, Google Ads Specialist Kinder Box, itong Dream Factory. Actually, dito po ako nag-start. Ito po yung nakuha kong company. I left the company or the organization 5, 6 months after kasi they hired a director for, kalimutan ko yung, for marketing, and nasobrahan na. They required to have a on-cam video call almost every day, which is really not a thing for me because I'm still learning. I'm looking for jobs and I can't really be on the camera every day. So, pero I'm not sure now kasi maganda po yung experience ito kasi they do weekly reporting and you have to do your weekly updates or optimization sa ads nila, and you have to do it in an Excel sheet. Approve mo nila bago mo i-change. So something. It really gonna give you a lot of great experience when it comes to reporting and spotting optimization issues. Pero dito, ito po, gumagawa po sila. I suggest if you will look for a job dito sa volunteer match, look for something that would resonate with you. So for example, young mothers. If you're a mother and you're a young, or if you're a single mother and Google Ads ka, baka pwede to sa'yo, for example, kasi it would resonate. Yung layunin ng organization would resonate with what you are in right now. So, mas madali sa yung i-work yon. Kung LGBT ka, madaming LGBT dito. Um, Kasi minsan pag hindi mo na naiintindihan yung struggle nila sa organization, or yung purpose nila, sometimes you're just gonna be there to do the ads and hindi siya ganun ka-effective. So, pwede ka po dito, mga free naman po siya, and from here, it will help you generate portfolio. Like what I said with my portfolio kanina, itong Google Ad Grants po, ito po siya sa Dream Factory po to. So, ito yung pinapagawa nila, increase yung website traffic, drive more dream request, So, see, I was able to use it since December up until now kasi maganda po talaga yung tinaas namin from 250, 398, then 330. So, ganun po siya. You can use that as part of your storytelling as well as your portfolio. Pero you have to start somewhere. And pag wala ka pang client, go for the free ones kasi they will really build you to be a good Google Ads manager. So, yun lang naman, guys. I hope that this 8 steps for you to launch your Google Ads freelance career is helpful. Huwag kayong magpatumpik-tumpik pa. Now, are, if you still have a job, tapos wala ka talagang time to really focus, then baka yun yung dahilan kung bakit hindi ka talaga nakakakuha ng client. Kasi ako, nag-start ako dito kasi I got laid off as an operations manager sa call center. So, wala akong job. So, I really have to start and I really have to make sure na I earn money fast. So, I really gave it 300% of my time. Yung part na kahit matutulog na lang ako, naka-play pa rin yung video para lang napapakinggan ko siya. Naka-headset lang ako para pumasok sa utak ko kung anong tinuturo. Pero if you are still thinking of pagsasabayin mo siya, then you really have to have a very good time management concept. Kasi kung wala, wala. Up until now, I can tell you that's the reason why wala ka pang job when it comes to Google. So yan lang naman guys. I hope I provided good learning materials. I will put this link, this presentation I did sa link ng video na to. So at least you can go and watch and see the video as well. So if this made you really push in getting clients, then mag-iwan ka ng like, mag-subscribe ka, mag-comments ka so that we can get more algorithm from YouTube. So yun lang naman guys. Have a happy weekend and I hope you get more clients. Thank you so much.